Hi, my name is Nia Patton. I am moderator of the Ordinary chat room on Facebook and skincare person on the internet. And today I've got something new and exciting. Woo! I've got the Ordinary 100% Niacinamide Powder, which is brand new. It hasn't been released yet on the website to buy. I'm very lucky that they sent me this to talk to you about. I feel very chuffed about that. So it's basically like the vitamin C powder, the 100% ascorbic acid powder. I haven't opened it yet, so I haven't tried it, so I can't really review it. So this is, I guess, first impressions, but you know, I already know a fair bit about niacinamide, having used it a lot. And again, yeah, police going past. I live in a dodgy area, obviously. So before I mix the niacinamide up and have a go on it, I just wanted to tell you a few things about niacinamide. So niacinamide is great for all skin types. It's not just oily and acne prone skin, which is what it's normally marketed to. It's good for aging, hyperpigmentation. I'll just get into that in a second. So the reason niacinamide is good, it's a vitamin, it's vitamin B3, and it's a precursor of something called niacinamide adenosine phosphate. So adenosine phosphate is a cofactor in many reactions in the skin and in the human body itself. So it's got a lot of functions in the human body, which means that it has a lot of effects on our skin, and it seems like it's a wonderful multitasker because of that. So the benefits of niacinamide, strap yourself in, it's a really long list. Niacinamide is an antioxidant. I'm going to try and remember all of these and reel them off in one go. Probably won't be able to. It's an antioxidant. It's good for aging and wrinkles. It can increase collagen. It can increase the levels of ceramides in your skin, so it's good to prevent dryness, transepidermal water loss. It is, I'm going to check my list. It reduces redness and sallowness of the skin. It reduces pigmentation. It increases elasticity of the skin. It increases turnover of the skin. It reduces redness. It reduces oiliness. It reduces inflammation. So it would be good for eczema, rosacea, that sort of thing. So it's good for aging, dryness, oiliness, acne, rosacea, atopic dermatitis, eczema. Normal skin types, I'm sure, could do with it. Everyone could have a bit of niacinamide on their face and feel glad for it. It's good stuff. So niacinamide is normally included in skincare products at a level of around 1 to 4%. So the Ordinary's niacinamide is already really strong. So we'll find in the chat room quite often that people report that they get breakouts when they start using it, and that's really common. Loads of people say that, sort of redness and little bumps and acne breakouts. So I always feel a bit cautious when I recommend niacinamide to friends, because even though it's a great all-rounder, the Ordinary's version of it tends to be quite problematic. So you might want to think about not going nuts when you start using it. So I normally suggest to my friends, when I tell them to use it, I say to initially start mixing it in with the moisturizer, sort of 50-50, so you can reduce the percentage down to a sort of more normal level. So probably with this powder, I'd suggest the same. Don't go in all guns blazing and put the whole lot on your face in one go, because you'll get acne most likely. So I'm going to try and mix this up, and I'm really excited to see if it does anything really cool, hopefully. So the Ordinary includes this little spoon with the powder, and it says you're meant to use 1/4 of a scoop. So that's kind of hard to estimate, I find. 1/4 of a scoop with some water-based product. So niacinamide is soluble in water, so there's no point in putting it with oil. It won't dissolve, you'll just end up with grit. So you're meant to take 1/4 of a teaspoon, and it says wash your hands and do it in your palm. So you can do that, totally. or you can use, I've got this silicone pad, so you can use that, mix it on there and then use the pad. And that's what I did for my vitamin C video as well, because it's sort of easy to clean. Mine's gone yellow, which isn't very nice, but it still works, still functional. Or you could be extra and get like a glass bowl, mix it in that, and use your fingertips or a brush to mix it with. So I think I'm going to just use my palm because that's what it says. So you can mix niacinamide, anything water-based, and it shouldn't be acidic. So no acids, obviously, not lactic acid or glycolic, mandelic, none of those. Don't mix it with vitamin C either. But anything else other than that, as long as it's water-based, that'll work. So you could use hyaluronic acid plus B5, that would be fine. I don't like that stuff particularly, it's a bit sticky. So I'm going to use the Hylamide Low Molecular HA. So if you're into using hyaluronic acid and you find the ordinary one a bit sticky, this is the next step up, and it's got a much finer, more user-friendly and makeup-friendly texture to it. Okay, so I'm going to mix them together now. So I've got my niacinamide powder, and I'm just going to mix it up with, say, 3 drops of the low molecular weight HA by Hylamide. So I'm rubbing them between my palms, and the powder is dissolving really easily. There's no grittiness. Then just pat it into my skin. Yeah. So quite often what I do find with niacinamide is that when I put it on, it tends to sting a little bit. I get this little sting. I don't get any redness or irritation afterwards, just a little bit of stinging when I first put it on, and then that goes away. And that's fine, it doesn't bother me particularly. And there we go, it feels good. It's all absorbed nicely, maybe a nicer texture than the Ordinary's product. Yeah, so we have an issue with niacinamide, and I'll go on to that in a second. If you combine niacinamide and vitamin C or an acid in the same routine, that the niacinamide will split and become niacin. So niacin is a similar chemical, but for some reason niacin causes a really strong flushing reaction in the skin. So you might find that you've been using your niacinamide with a vitamin C, and you get this really strong sort of red flush in your skin, and that's just the vitamin C causing the niacinamide to split into this chemical called niacin. So niacin isn't harmful to you, it actually might be better for your skin, but it does produce this unpleasant reddening effect. So all in all, it seems easy enough to combine it with a water-based product, and it feels fine. Good, there's no grittiness to it. And I guess the advantage of having niacinamide powder is that you can niacinamide boost any given skincare product. So moisturizers, or anything really, as long as there's water in it. It could also be handy if you don't like the ordinary 10% niacinamide. It's kind of a sticky stuff, it tends to pill, so if you use it underneath makeup you'll get these little bally bits that are really annoying. So maybe that you can use the powder to make your own niacinamide serum that you prefer. So yeah, it's not the same kind of chemical as vitamin C, and that vitamin C tends to go off really quickly, and niacinamide isn't really like that. It doesn't go off super quickly, it's a bit more robust. So yeah, I guess that the powder just makes it a bit more user-friendly. If you don't like the serum that they do, I don't know why they think that we need a powder of it, but cool. I like it. So the niacinamide powder from The Ordinary is £4.90. How many grams? It's 20 grams. I'm sure that's going to last you a long time. Any questions about it, pop them in the comments, or we'll be at the Ordinary group on Facebook. Thanks for watching. Bye.